So you said, so earlier back, we were on the topic of worrying. So did you worry when you first started your career and you entered into your first controversial topic, that like the first thing that made you controversial? Were you worried then?
I mean, because I always had this orientation, and that has come definitely from my reading more than anything else. When problems are like, if you think they are there, if you don't think they are there, they are not there. You know, more simply put up, if like I said, if I get into the option, what is options I can do, if you get into that mode of thinking, everything is a solution. Like for example, I tell you, I was in my Bombay apartment in 2006-7, something like that. There was an earthquake in Latur district in Maharashtra. You know? So I live in a duplex apartment, and I was just in the bed, I mean sleeping, and I suddenly felt a shaking. And when I woke up, I saw the things moving, you know, in my apartment, and I realized it was an earthquake. You know, now I don't know in how long I would think to take a call. The way it was doing, I was very sure that the building is going to collapse. That's what I thought. Okay. So to jump from the bed and to go out, and this is the 8th floor, for me to reach the ground, it is a hell of a task, and by that time I was very sure it would collapse. So I didn't want to make the attempt to escape, and I just sat calm, and I wanted to listen to the sound of the building when it breaks. I actually did that.
Wow.
That is what I mean. When you don't have a solution from the problem, you should accept it and go by whatever happens.
Would you say that was the most coherent thing to do in that situation?
Yeah. I mean that's the whole point. Like at a certain time when I was I live, like I said, I live in this duplex tower. Okay, usually when I come out, my boy who works with me, he calls the driver and says, "Sir is coming down. Keep the car ready." Now the car is at the back of the building. Okay, and now he drives it around the building and comes to the portico. So meanwhile, I come from the lift. Okay, now when I came here, there was a right gate and there was a left gate to the building. Okay, when I stood there, my car still didn't come. I noticed a van which was just outside the grill, you know, of the compound, and there were the 4 people sitting in the van, and they're looking at me. And they slowly started backing towards the right gate, which is what people use, you know, in the building. I felt something uneasy seeing them look at me, and I kind of slowly went back, you know, and they went out of my sight because there was a wall blocking, and I saw the watchman asking them something. Well, what are you doing here? No, that's the last thing I saw. Then I came and it was blocked, and then my car came and stood. So then it came forward again. This time the van was not there. Okay, and then I thought maybe it would have further backed. I just imagined something, and I got into my back seat, you know, of the car, and I saw my driver looking to the right at something, and I followed his thing. Now the van is inside the compound now. And the watchman is still asking, what are you guys doing? And they were still looking at me, you know. Then I was sure that they came to kill me. I was very sure. So I either had a choice to jump out of the left seat or the right. See, left, it takes me to the left gate, which most of the time is locked. And the right gate is on the way. If I go run towards the right gate, then they will be in the way, you know. So then I decided to open the right door, which allows me to get back into the building. Okay. Now I did that. I ran out of the right door, and out of my corner of my eye, I saw them getting down from the van. Okay. Now my choice is, once I got in, whether I should get into the elevator or the staircase. Now the elevator, I don't know if the lift is going to be there at the time. Then I will be stopping and these guys will come, you know. Then I took the stairs. After running 3 floors, I mean, I suddenly remember on the 2nd floor there's a friend of mine. Now also it struck me that what if they know my place also, my flat. And right now they know the building. If they knew where on the 8th floor I live, they can come there also. So what's the point in going to my flat? So I thought of coming back to the 2nd floor. Then it struck me, what if they saw me going up the stairs and they were actually following me up the stairs? Then I will run into them. So that is not a good idea. Then I continued running till the 6th floor. And on the 6th floor, I just pressed the lift. And it came, it was empty. Then I went to the 10th floor, crossing my thing. After 10 to the 10th floor, there was an apartment and I knocked on the door. And they opened and they were surprised to see me. They recognized me from my whatever. And I closed the door. Okay. Now I was sure I was safe, because even if they came to the floor, they won't be able to imagine I am on the 10th floor. And they won't have the time to research the whole building. That can't happen, you know. Then I called, I wanted to take my phone, and my phone I forgot in the car. You know. So I asked them, I need to make a call urgently. So now I know so many people, I know the top police officers of the city, but I don't have a single number. Now what will I do with the phone without any contact? Then I told that guy, I think some people came to kill me, so I need to contact the police. So then he said, let's call the control room, you know. And then I said, meanwhile, you just first call my driver. Do you have a driver? I asked him. Yes, you call him and ask him if my driver is there. Then his driver came. He said the RGV's driver is there. So he said he's right next to me. Then I asked him to give it to him. So after he gave it, I said, so what was that? This whole thing was happening in Hindi. He said, sir, they came to repair the lift repairman. And I said, why were they looking at me? I said, no, they recognized you. That's it. Now here, if you break up this entire thing, what fascinated me is I was rapidly thinking at such a fast pace, the right door, left door, lift or stairs, to come back to 2nd floor, to go to 6th and then to 10th. That is, and I'm only thinking, I didn't have any fear or tension at all, because I know it is a situation where what best I can do. I was continuously logically thinking about what are the options, you know. A natural fear will be just like an animal is running to save its life. So this is something I cultivated over a period of time. I can't say years, but definitely my reading of both fiction and non-fiction, of multiple scenarios imagining in my life. So the whole thing looked like a film to me, as if I am distanced from it and it is happening to somebody else. I hope this answered your question. In terms of dealing with the situation, you just have to keep thinking of options, how to come out of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you said that you were undergoing an earthquake. Yeah. So would you rather have endured the pain of jumping from the 8th floor onto the floor? Because you can do that and still survive.
Yes, because suppose if I know the situation of available to me, the best was the jumping, I would do that.
Or okay, so instead of doing that, would you rather have the building cave into you and still survive and be hospitalized for months and months, maybe even years? Would you rather endure the pain of not being able to move ever again?
Yeah, no, that's no way. I mean, if I know I'm going to come out of it, if I think or if I believe that, my action would be very different. There's no way I'll come out of it, my action will be different. Yeah.
So wait, so what actually happened? Did the earthquake just pass by and then nothing happened afterwards?
The earthquake?
Yeah.
It stopped.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah.
Oh, at least the building was okay.
Yeah, I basically was convinced at that time that it's going to fall, which is the reason I sat. You know.